the return over multiple time period. Okay? To make it simple, this is 2 periods. Just add them up. Then we talk about the standard deviation of the return Actually, variance first. Variance the first day, variance second day, and 2 times the covariance. And covariance itself is correlation times the standard deviation. Okay? So in our first midterm, and it's also the convention used by the market, we assume this covariance term is 0 or returns over time. Okay? So covariance 0 is the same as assuming correlation is 0. Rho is 0. Okay? So if this is 0, this term drops out. So variance grows over time at the rate of time. 2 period is 2 times the variance of 1 period. And standard deviation, which is square root, 2 period standard deviation is the square root of 2 times 1 period standard deviation. Okay? So the formula behind the square root of the time comes from this assumption of zero correlation. Okay? So if market truly has 0 correlation, what do we expect if the correlation is really 0? Okay? Then you can remember measure returns at weekly frequency or daily frequency or monthly frequency. If the correlation is truly 0, then if you annualize daily return, if you annualize the standard deviation of the daily return, or you annualize the standard deviation of weekly return, okay, this should be the same. Okay? Weekly standard deviation or weekly variance, into annual times square root weekly variance times 52 gives you annual variance. Daily variance times 5 gives you weekly, then times another 52 gives you annual. This should be the same, but it is not. Okay, there is a tiny correlation, not very small. Okay, in stock market. So which direction do you think that correlation is? What do you think? Correlation cannot be up or down. Correlation is positive or negative. Negative. So when we say negative, that is in stock investors' terminology, is you want to take a somewhat contrarian perspective. Negative correlation is something up, it's going to go down. Something goes down will likely go up a little bit. Okay. So if it's positive correlation, that means if it goes up a lot, it's going to go up some more. So in the trader's terminology, you can think that's like a momentum approach, or they trend. Okay. So the key is, let's measure this data to see how fast variance really grows based on different type of data. Okay. So we can get a sense what correlation looks like.
That could be you in a few years. You keep having months like this.
I've seen you in that. Next time I just ask you to Now, I told you donate the money to the Department of Management. And the management department is named after him now.
I probably already did it.
$3 million is not a whole lot of money. He has worked for Baruch for decades. He put $30, $40 a year in your retirement account without the market gains. Everybody, I think all professors when they retire, they have a couple of million in their retirement account.
Just from their 403? From their retirement account?
Yeah. 403, 401A, 403B, 457. Professors live a very simple life. They just don't spend. And one Halloween dress and use 7.
Yeah, the CIA, correct?
Yeah. So, so let's get the daily data, and then we get the weekly data. Let's see which one give us a bigger daily, weekly, monthly. Okay? Let's see which one give us a bigger annualized variance, annualized standard deviation. They'll tell you something about the correlation structure over time. Yes? So 3 people won the Nobel Prize. Actually, the first person, Professor Fama, has this is very stubborn about stock market efficiency. Okay, and the last professor, Professor Shiller, the same Case-Shiller Housing Price Index Shiller. Okay, he's more of a so-called behavioral economist, behavioral finance professor. He doesn't believe that stuff. He's actually the opposite of Professor Fama. He believes in market underreaction, overreaction. He believes human beings do crazy stuff. It's just weird putting them in the same group. Okay. And this middle person, Professor Hansen, you probably never heard of him. He's actually the smartest out of 3. But he does more math. He does metrics and very, very mathematical stuff. Okay. So I tried to listen to his talk a couple times. Professor Shiller was here 2-3 years ago, and when he talks, like, you can follow a lot of stories and fun. And when Professor Hansen, the other person, the middle person who won the Nobel Prize, I sit in his lectures 3 times. I didn't understand a single word. Yeah, just what he does is like 20 years ahead of everybody else. It's like when every other person is doing algebra, he's doing partial differential equations. It's just, yeah, I can't, it's way beyond.
I would say way beyond.
He's just too smart. I know I do know what he's doing. Okay. He's developing the so-called robust statistical techniques to test the market efficiency or market inefficiency theory of the other 2 professors. But I can't follow his math. Okay, so this is the daily. So let's create a return out of this. Okay, let's measure our standard deviation here. So it's a little over 1%, 1.22% a day. Okay? We all know if we annualize this, we multiply this by the square root of 252. The annualized daily standard deviation is 19.4. Okay? So let's do this again. When we use weekly data. So you cover this. You can see from the numbers. They cover the same time period. You only get data, I think, on a Friday. Okay. So every Friday, so you only get one number every 5 numbers. So you combine the